So how do you master solo ads? Well, 60% of it comes down to actually picking a good list. If you're, if I want, a bird list, but I'm targeting, say, my bird club is for people with pet birds, usually parrots, and I'm like, ooh, okay, well, I'm going to have a bird list and I'm going to go for, the National Audubon. Well, most of those are bird watchers. They might not be pet parrot owners. So if my list is not completely on target and I'm trying to offer, say, join my bird club, or, here's a free ebook to, get your parrot to stop biting, even though they're bird lovers, I can completely miss the target. So you need to really be aware and know exactly who your targeted list are. A good idea too is to even join the mailing list of somebody that you want to run a solo ad, see what kind of content they're putting out, and make sure it's a market match. If you're talking about marketing techniques and maybe, they're all on one strategy and you have, a great marketing tip, but yours is a different strategy, it might not be the best list because that list is accustomed to one set type of things, and yours, although it might complement it, it might be too far of a stretch. So hopefully that makes sense. So make sure that you're really, really focusing on that targeted aspect of your list. Then 30% of it comes down to making sure that you have the right offer and the right funnel put into place. And this is where all your split testing comes into play, and, running different ads. So solo ads can definitely be a great way to, kind of a beginning step to see if you're getting things, but you need a good offer. And then 10% of it, which still is important, is the actual email that you send out. If you bomb your email, you might have a great list and a great offer, but no one's going to click on it if your email's poorly designed. Okay. So when we're talking about the email, pretty much the only reason that you're sending an email is to get it clicked. You don't want to write, hundreds of words and long paragraphs and things like that. You want to keep it really short and just pique their interest enough to get them to click it. So your subject line's important. That's what actually gets them to open the email that's sent out. The email body, that's kind of your pre-sell, let them know exactly, kind of what the offer might be. And then make sure that there's a call to action. So we've touched base on all of this, so I'm not going to go too much into detail right now, but this is the whole idea. So your email is the entire advertisement when we're talking about solo ads. So make sure your email is important, but the only reason of it is to get your link clicked. You don't want to put your biography and all this and that and then it. No, you just, whatever needs to take place, that psychology aspects, and, try different things, but the only reason is to get them to click the ad. So if you just say click the ad now, well, who knows, it might work, but that's pretty much the point of this. Okay, so just a reminder, always throwing this in, you can't see it enough, is what the internet marketing structure is. So hopefully by seeing this little thing all the time, it'll slowly ingrain and you get the idea. So same thing that we've been talking about, whatever your traffic source is, each traffic source is going to have a different rotator link, and then you're going to have different landing pages. Technically, you can use the same 3 landing pages over here with Solo Ad 2 that you're going to provide, but each of these rotator links are going to be different, so you can track, oh, okay, well, this is my solo ad with, parrot lovers. This is my solo ad with, bird lovers, and then you can kind of get a sense of which one's doing. So regardless of the type, this is what your structure needs to be for everything, is each traffic source, so each solo ad, each whatever source, everything that you're doing needs to have its own links, and which go to the different landing pages that you're testing out. And that's the thing too, is you can look at, okay, well, maybe with this solo ad provider, landing page number 1 is doing the best. However, with this traffic source, landing page number 2 is doing the best. So those are things that you need to really know about and see, if there's one type of landing page that's winning overall, or maybe different things, and then you'd have to look at if one's performing differently than the other. Then that really comes down to the actual solo ad list, if that's what the difference is. So really looking at those lists, and it's not a bad or a good thing. It's like, oh, well, maybe landing page 1 has better psychology for the targets that's in, on this list number 1 versus, the target audience that's in add number 2, and that's why they're relating to a different landing page. So there's nothing good or bad about it, but that's a great way. So if you go and you want to place a solo ad at number 3, you really need to look at what that list would be for number 3. Look how it would compare to these two and decide which landing page you would want to use based on the psychology. So that's where, you really need to know your metrics with everything and track it, because if you have no numbers, you really can't make good decisions.